What's up, y'all? Just trying to see if I can get y'all to see more of my screen. Or mine on my screen. What am I talking about? My cards I'm pulling. How does that work? Does that work a little bit? Oh shit, who did I send this to? Oops. Okay. You ever just kind of like take out all of your meaning books and you just kind of go through and just... Dang. Was not expecting that one. Okay, y'all. Are you ready? That's weird. What the fuck? It's like, hey, pay attention. Okay. Welcome in, guys. We're just getting started. Okay. Appreciate y'all being here. Sophia, don't start with that crazy shenanigans. If y'all know, you know. If you know, you know. Hey, thank you for Diddy Heart Me. Okay. So let's look at what's blocking us, shall we? Let's look at what chakra is blocking y'all right now. Aww. Gratitude, my love. I'm glad you're here. Okay. I want y'all to see a little bit of this action that's going down. Yeah. I feel like that's a sweet spot. You can see the person, you can also see the cards, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Playing around here a little bit, playing around. Okay, so let's look at what is blocking. Okay. What is blocking you right now that you need to know? Maybe you're kind of, I'm seeing 4 people in the group and I'm seeing in my clock 1044, so 444, stability. Yeah, you guys are looking to have something stable, a foundation, a structure. My cat always be acting up when I be going live, yo. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and channel. So just hang tight, make sure you're engaging and double tapping. Okay, I uploaded last night's live to my YouTube channel, so if you're new here and after this live you want to go binge watch a little bit, you can check out the video from yesterday. It's uploaded. My YouTube channel is linked in my link tree in my bio. Love you. Okay, but for now, stay here, relax. I'll remind y'all again later. Okay, make sure you're following if you're not following already. All right. Spirit, what is... What is our blockage? What is the collective's blockage right now? I need to practice being more calm because I'm always talking so fast and moving through the energy so fast that I don't feel like I'm not giving it its proper place. I don't know. It's been something that I even recognize in every aspect of my communication. So here's to me practicing better communication skills. Y'all let me know how, see, I was about to get fast again. Y'all let me know how I'm doing. Okay. All right. Or how I will be doing. Okay. Back to channeling. Spirit, what is the collective currently going through at this time? What is blocking the collective? Let's shuffle. And it's interesting because I'm getting called to do something I've like never really done before. Because, you know, I'm like a killer shuffler. But Spirit is like in the honoring of taking it slow. It's kind of like just laying it down and just pulling a card. What a concept. I shuffled. I did the whole thing. I don't have to keep shuffling again. Okay, Spirit. So I'm honoring the first pull. And this is the second pull where it was more guided. Okay. So, in honor of making sure I don't falter, we are going to look at the guidebook and we're going to then dive deeper. So, hang tight, y'all. Okay. So, there could be two different types of people in this room right now that I'm reading for, which is why I'm getting, why two cards, kind of the energy that we have. So, we're going to address this despondence. So, half of you guys could be, your blockage right now is this energy of despondence. What the heck is that? Don't worry, don't go nowhere. I'm about to read that for you. And then we have renewal. Okay, so the other half of you, what's blocking you is this renewal energy. So we're going to tap into that. So you could identify with both, but I'm starting with this despondence. So despondence is a card of action. And it says here, by taking action, I found the road out. So in this card, the inspiration behind it is that it teaches us that the only route out of stagnation is motion. If we do nothing, we must accept the consequences. So some of you guys may need to ask yourselves, collective, which part of my life am I feeling immobilized? I know what I need to do, but am I willing to trust myself to do it? Some things that can help you associate, kind of give a little bit more deeper meaning to this energy here is this sense of feeling helpless, acceptance of circumstances, change on the horizon, and taking action. Other keywords are revelation, movement, and encouragement. So collective, you guys are being asked here to meditate on understanding that if you're not okay with what's happening right now, this is kind of, I kind of resonate with this too. You know, you could feel stuck. You could be feeling like stagnant, or in this case, this how this interpretation wants to call it, immobilized. Okay, you could be feeling like you're being forced into a restricted energy where you want to do, but you feel like for some reason, you could know, maybe you don't know. Some of you do know why, others of you don't. You're in this energy of despondence, you're in this energy of waiting, pause, because action is required. And you can't expect your circumstance to change if you don't take the necessary steps. So we're going to tap into this energy and see what Spirit is calling you to do to move into this energy of out of stagnation and maybe into renewal. Is there like a theme here? I don't know. So let's take a look. So again, others of you guys, and just by the way, this also is kind of, teams blowing up. This is also kind of just reminding you that you have all the answers you need within. Okay, so this may also indicate that there's an emotional tie that no longer serves you. Okay, collective? If you resonate with this message here. So how you relate to the issue is the issue. Again, there's an emotional tie that no longer serves you. So maybe you're stuck because maybe Spirit is calling you out a little bit, because the way that you're relating or handling or viewing the situation or connecting to this issue, that itself is the issue. That itself is what's blocking you. It says obstacles are removed when you change your relationship to said issue or issues for some of you. It's very insightful, very deep. Very grateful, gratitude, Spirit. I'm going to take a look at this energy of renewal for you. And again, we're going to dive deeper as we pull some extra energies for tarot. And this is an energy of this first chakra. Okay, by the way, this energy here is the sixth chakra. Okay, the color purple is represented by the sixth chakra. Okay, and the sixth chakra, and I actually, it's interesting. I feel like I'm getting called to learn more about the chakra energy. I don't know why, but here we are today, right? So the essence of the color purple, in the sense of this deck, this card, is learning to see without sight, right? The sixth chakra represents our sixth sense, okay? And this is kind of like the brow chakra here, the third eye, and all the houses that are hidden within, including your intuitive knowing. So these energies often reveal some sort of familial agreement. It's giving eighth house karmic, right? It's the spiritual aspect of what you agreed upon prior to this lifetime. Now, this, whether you agree or not, that's a different story, but you know, we have things that we have to work out. So the sixth chakra reveals your intuitive focus and your inner knowing. And the cards in these deck reveal the behaviors you've either inherited or unknowingly chosen to copy from your family of origin. And this reflects where you are in terms of your own awareness and reveals your willingness to do your own soul searching. So this is also kind of that, you know, you have that pile of laundry to take action on, and then you wonder why you don't have clothes to wear the next day, right? And this is just really boiled down practical energy of this despondent energy, where you have you know what action to take. And again, some of you guys may not have the time. You know, there's something beyond you. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying, this is real world. This is real life. You know, there's things that we can apply this to in every day. It doesn't have to always be these big concepts, right? So there's little things here and there that we're being called to do, and I'm being called now to move on. So I'm moving on. Forgive. Okay, we have this energy of renewal. And what's interesting, I do want to note, for both of these cards, they show up as the first card out of the definitions, out of all the other energies that surround the same color. So I feel like that's very noteworthy. It's like, you know, it's like we're kind of starting in square one right here. Hi, Brittany, gratitude. Okay, with this renewal energy, there is another beginning. Hence renewal. There's another beginning. At a glance, this card can mean you're being offered a chance to awaken to a new life. You may need to deepen your roots and anchor yourself by taking stock of what you would like to create. This is a time to start again and grow a strong foundation. So for some of you here, it's kind of like twofold. Maybe you are in this energy of lack, of not moving forward, okay, and not taking the steps that you need to take. And then for others of you, like maybe you are making small but you're taking small but very necessary steps to kind of lay foundation to this renewal energy, this energy of a new beginning, because it says another beginning. So I feel like whoever this is, it says literally, this is a time to start again and grow a strong foundation. So I feel like somebody here had to bounce back. There was somebody who did something that it didn't work out, or plans didn't really work out the way you intended to, no matter how long. And it's like you're going back to self, you're going back to center, you're starting over again, you're building yourself back up again. And so you are being called to a new beginning. But this time it's a chance to awaken to a new life. So don't just squander it away. You know, it's giving like this is the last second opportunity where from here, this is it, baby. You're making your mark. You know, what you do in this moment is pivotal. You know, it's like when you're younger, you make mistakes and like, yeah, it's more forgiving. But now I feel like this is the new energy where you kind of have to get it right. No pressure. But because the risks are higher when you get older, right? There's more at stake. That's kind of the energy I'm getting behind it. So it's very important to deepen your roots and anchor yourself by taking stock of what you want to create. So it's giving also magician. It's giving also you manifested this, but also don't stop there. Now that you have this new beginning, what do you want next? It's kind of giving like, okay, I'm here, but now what? And you could also be asking Spirit what next, but maybe Spirit is waiting on you to figure that out. What do you want? I don't know. Great question. Divine Collective. That's up to you. You know, it's kind of like this energy of you being open to receive, but maybe you got to give. You got to give a little to get a little, right? You got to give Spirit your intention to then receive openly like this, right? So it's kind of like also check your desires, check your heart, check your desires, because you're going to call in something on fresh ground. You want to make sure that it's stable, it's anchored in truth, in your authenticity, and what you really truly desire in this lifetime to create. So again, this is a time to start again and grow a strong foundation. So what is it that you desire to grow as a strong foundation? So that's a very deep, these are deep energies, dang. Okay, so again, this is talking about what appears to be an end may not be one after all. Right? So what appears to be an ending may just be, again, it's the Ten of Swords, right? It's the Death card. It's the endings bring new beginnings energy, where this is going to turn into, if not already, a remarkable opportunity, collective. So you have to trust that whatever is coming is better than what you have known up to this point. And it's kind of in alignment with this despondence, right? Like trusting yourself to know, right? Releasing those attachments to the old. Because remember, it was this whole, the issue is the way that you're relating to the issue. That is the issue. So what's blocking you, collective, is not just external, it's within. Okay. And that's a lot harder to deal with because, you know, how easy it is to write people off, you know, ignore the signs, but you can't. And, you know, we had a really deep live about that, by the way. I may have to go back and upload that live because that was a really deep spiritual live. I mean, I remember just saying to you guys, and I know, Azumi, I think you were in this one too, but I remember saying in this live, like, you guys, and this is at me as well. I'm preaching to the choir here. We're all in the same boat. Okay. Anyways, but God can give you, the divine, most high can give you everything on that vision board that you have, or everything in your heart's desire. But the common denominator is going to be you. And if you don't heal yourself and you don't actually take the time to self-introspect, go in hermit mode, introspect, look within, check out, check yourself out and have God examine your heart and remove and lean not on your own understanding, but always acknowledge him and like to him be the glory, because if we don't change, then we're going to be in this, what we manifested, right? What we've been calling in, and we're still going to feel like something's off. It's going to be very like anticlimactic. Like, what? Really? This is what? And it's not that, it's because there's some sort of something within us that we're still unhappy with. We're still unhappy with ourselves. So there's something that we still need to look at. And I feel like this is the opportunity to do that, collective. So personal inquiry says here, am I positive in the face of change or am I defeated? So in the face of adversity, in the face of change, am I having a positive outlook or am I being a little bit more defeated? Fulfilling prophecy, right? Where you just kind of keep playing that loop of negativity. And this is a deep one. It's a question to to ask yourself, right? Am I ready to step into the new me? I don't know. It seems like on the surface, yeah. But what does that all mean? You know, it's like, tempting offer, but let me know more about what that entails before I get into all the weeds, right? So it says here, key ideas for this energy is sourcing from a more beneficial place. And by sourcing, right, it's like finding, it's the buy-in, right? Like you're coming from now a more beneficial place, but you're finding it. Feeling in the dark, okay, there may be changes in your circumstances and unexpected blessings. Key words associated is regeneration, awakening, and fortune. It's almost like a good omen here. So I have a meditation I'm going to share with you on this energy. And then again, we're going to pull more into the tarot. So just hang tight with me, okay? This is going to be very good. So you can close your eyes. You don't have to, okay? Just listen. It says, imagine being discarded like geranium, which is, I guess, this one right here. Feel her fear and sadness as she surrenders to the inevitable. Now, wake up in a new place. Notice how you feel. Let your feeling take you on a journey. Allow yourself to see and hear whatever experience is meant for you. Here's the big kicker. Observe how you handle change. So there is something Spirit wants you to lean in on in the face of your attachment to what you're used to. What is causing you to not take action? And when you take action, how you handle and how you react and how you relate to the situation when it may not be, as one of my colleagues would say, ice cream in your face. Maybe it's broccoli. You know, how do you handle broccoli being in your face? You know, like stank face broccoli. And you're like, I don't want that. I was looking for ice cream. That makes me happy. You know, but you also have to be mindful that how you react to these circumstances that are not so warm and fuzzy is exactly what you're calling in, or exactly what's preventing you from moving forward. So let's take a look into tarot. This is juicy. This is deep. Okay. Now, if you guys are interested in a reading, a personal reading, you're more than welcome to check out the live rates here for a mini and a full. Okay. All right. Just letting you know, okay? All right, Spirit, what are we doing tonight? Welcome in, friends. Welcome in. Okay. I did it again. No, it's habit. I gotta try to stop and do it the right way. Okay. Spirit's training me right now to slow down. Okay. Wow. We have change. I don't know if I want to take it in the upright or in the reverse. In the upright. It's upright. I guess I'm going to start taking uprights more often now, not overcomplicate my life and confuse the crowd, because not that there's not a place for reversals, but I have been kind of feeling more called to take uprights just for the sake of context, continuity, and clarity. Ooh, the 3 C's, baby. And being creatively aligned, 4 C's. Okay. Not these decks, these cards. Y'all know if y'all been around, like, I get my pet peeve is these cards being mixed, matched, upside down, upright. All right, Spirit, what is this change energy? So this is going back to fortune. So with this renewal collective, okay, you're going to be moving out of, and it's interesting because this red here, for me, kind of, I'm reminded by fire sign energy. Fire sign energy, where this is the Aries, Leo, Sag. It's action, it's the willpower, it's the drive, the motivation, but this is also a card of introspection too. So there's lots of change coming, okay? And good fortune come your way. This is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, Spirit. So if someone here has a new beginning and you're going to have some changes happen, but these changes are good changes. You like that. Last shuffle. Ace of Swords. That's good. Yeah. Oh, 7 of Swords. 7 and 1 is 8. We have 8 people in the room. 8 of Swords, 8, 8. That's also the energy of manifestation, but 8 of Swords in particular is a card of self-entrapment. Okay, also feeling stuck. Okay, this further represents here the truth of the matter here. This could also be, you know, self-deception here. We have a new beginning, the Fool, which is what this renewal energy was talking about, right? A new beginning, a chance to start over again. Spirit said, let's take it up a notch. We're going to give him the 9 of Swords. Wow. So we have the Ace and the 9, which is the 10 of Swords, which is betrayal, endings, heartbreak, heartache. And then we have 10 people in the room, confirmation. It's 1108. 8 and 2 is 10. So 10, 10, 10. Confirmation. We have 10 here with the change, Wheel of Fortune. This is instrumental. This is critical. This is crucial. I need you to lean in. I need you to tap in. There is change on the forefront, collective. And unbeknownst to you, you're already in the middle of it. It's already happening. Whether you find that the case or not, you're like, well, Heidi, I'm still in the same. I don't care. I don't care. Energetically, okay, we have 11 and we have 11 here. 11, 11. Honey, baby, I'm telling you, confirmation, this change is already happening. Okay, with the 7 of Swords here, there is a element of fear letting yourself get in the way of your own growth. I'm seeing the Phoenix wants to come out. And then you are like, you get kind of scared. So then you also put out your own flame. So the Phoenix kind of goes back down. You know, Phoenix is that firebird, right? But it's like you get so nervous. You're like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what's going on. Like there's just so many. It's the 8 of Swords. It's the mental rumination. It's the 9 of Swords. It's the sleepless nights. Okay, for some of you here, you can't sleep at night, or you're having nightmares, or there's just some sort of element of fear of tomorrow. There's a lot of things that this could play out to be. But it's regarding this new energy here, right? And Ace of Swords is that gift of clarity, right? Sometimes these gifts can be a little bit much. Like, I don't know if I asked for that, you know. If I knew what I knew then, but I know now. But it's just giving this energy of you maybe holding yourself back, right? And it was so interesting because this renewal energy, one of the last questions I was like, oh, that's deep, right? That question was, are you ready to step into the new you? We have 11, 10, 11, 11, 11 in the chat. 11, and it keeps going back to 11, 10, 11, 10. It's like you're there and you go back. You're there and you go back, right? That's so funny. It's so interesting. Baby, I'm telling you, 10. Wheel of Fortune. 10. Wheel of Fortune. Change. 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 Fate. Good luck. Fortune. So then I beg the question, what are you so afraid of? I got 20 on my chart. It's literally 11, 11. I got 20 on my chart. That's 10, 10. We have 10 people in the chat still. There's 10, 10. Literally, I don't know. If you don't believe in synchronicities, that's a you thing, honey. But I sure do. When I see repeating numbers like that, that to me is just like signs, like, yes, like we're on point. Confirmation, honey. I mean, there's kind of the irony of this literally being on the bottom of the deck. The Wheel of Fortune is the overall energy here. And that was the same overall energy that we have in this other deck. Big change. Good change. Fear. The Devil. With the Nine of Swords. Collective. I'm telling you. What's in the middle, what I'm seeing between these cards here, okay, between these energies, is this Fool. Okay, it's this Fool. And I feel like some of y'all could, it's this once bitten, twice shy. You're kind of afraid. And here we have 12, which is Hangman. Right? It's 11, 12 now. And I promise I'm not going to keep on doing this. But as I'm looking, I have to call it as I see it, okay? So you're going to have forward movement because you go from 10, 11 to 12. But here's that stuck energy. Hangman is stuck. Despondence. Shall I go back and remind us what that is for those of you? I'm not going to read the whole thing, okay? Make sure you guys come on time to the collective to get the whole shebang. But at the very high view of what despondence means, it is, which part of my life am I feeling immobilized? I know what I need to do, but am I willing to trust myself to do it, right? You could be feeling helpless. That's the Eight of Swords. You could be needing to accept your current circumstances and allow change to be on the horizon. Okay, and there's also a call to take action because some of us here have been doing nothing but expecting motion, expecting forward movement. Okay, some of y'all feel like you're stagnant. Okay, so it's just, it could even be like a depression that's keeping you in this energy, right? And there needs to be, there's resources, there's tools out there. If you need help, I'm here, okay? And this is not like this is not like me plugging in anything. I'm literally saying I'm here if you need somebody, you feel like you don't have anybody in your corner. That's not true. Okay, let's talk. Let me talk to you. Like, let me help you. I've been there before. I know what that's like. Maybe not to your degree, right? But I just want you to know you're not alone. Okay, if you don't feel comfortable, people around you. I know sometimes a little bit touchy subject, right? You can't tell your friends, you can't tell your folks, your kinfolk, your friends, right? Your family. But Spirit's also calling you guys to open your eyes and truly see things for what they are, because you intuitively know what to do, and if not, it's going to be revealed to you. And that's where I feel like some of us are right here. With this Ace of Swords, you are getting a revelation of what you need to do. But be grateful here. Like, don't block your own view. Okay? Because you could have been you could have been pulled into an energy of sadness or a state of sadness, and some of us have gotten comfortable, have made friends with that energy. And confirmation, my cat just meowed, or okay. But that's kind of this energy here where maybe this stuck energy is not even on a physical level, right? Maybe you're not feeling like you can't go to somewhere else. You guys have been depressed lately. Oh, baby. Well, I hope, let's connect after live. Okay, baby, I got you. we'll talk. We'll talk. You know, I'm hoping this is going to bring a lot of clarity and help break free, right? There's a breakthrough. Ace of Swords is a breakthrough. There is something, but there's a Seven of Swords here I want to clarify. But before I do, you know, there is this kind of energy of making friends with the monsters under the bed kind of thing, you know, where there's an element of fear, but you're used to that. Like you know what that fear is. Like, you know what it's like. The devil you know is better than the devil you don't, and the devil's a damn lie. Okay, the devil's a lie. I'm seeing someone again, like in her bed, just like holding herself. Like maybe you also feel alone, like you don't have support, and that's kind of also this energy of bondage, right? Being bound, being shackled to fear. So, oops. Well, hey, I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy that you're here. That you got to get this message. Spirit, what is this Seven of Swords? I feel like this is self-deception. And I'm also getting there needs to be some sort of strategy. You have a game plan going. Okay, Seven of Swords is not always stealing, lying, cheating. Especially if you know you're living in your integrity. And you're not that kind of person to do that. But this is also about using strategy. Being smart. Right? Being as wise as a serpent, but as innocent as a dove. Okay? That's what that's about as well. Wow. At the cut, the Knight of Pentacles shows up in the upright. And take that. Things moving slow. Things moving too slow for your liking here. Six of Swords, yeah. It's like you're waiting for a transition here. You're waiting to move. You're as I talk about strategy, you know, the Knight of Pentacles is the most strategic knight of all the knights. Because the Knights of Pentacles is very detail oriented. That's one thing it always stuck out to me when I was studying my early stages of this career, this life path, my spirituality. When I decided to do tarot, the Knight of Pentacles is one of those knights that very detail oriented. I mean, you get kind of like, if this would be a person in your life, you would know this to be the person that takes forever to make a decision. And it's not because they're indecisive, it's because they have to check everything, you know, read the reviews and compare the prices and look at the ingredients, right? There's so much that goes behind a decision that a Knight of Pentacles makes that you almost are like, oh my God. But when the Knight of Pentacles makes the decision and takes action, honey, the Knight of Pentacles is going to have money in their pockets because they're going to choose the least amount of money to spend. They're going to have all of the facts as far as why they picked it. They're going to be all the more wiser, right? So the Knight of Pentacles is the more stable, the more loyal, the more trusting of the knights. Whereas the Knight of Cups moves with their hearts and the charm and the emotional and everything. Listen, all the knights have their own place. I'm not knocking the knights, but I'm just saying what I'm trying to say is I have to talk about you strategizing to move into this next phase of your life. It's clarified by Knight of Pentacles, which talks about detail-oriented, crossing your T's, dotting your I's, getting organized. Some of y'all here, I'm gonna say this very straightforward. Hey, Cammie. Hi, baby. Gratitude, guys. Thank you so much for being here, for liking the live. Okay. I'm just gonna spit it out. I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you because I feel like that's what I would like for another reader to be with me. 100%, 100 real. Okay. Some of y'all ain't got your shit together. You ain't got it, and that's okay. Y'all need to incorporate some sort of organizational systems and tools. Okay, you kind of coming out here and you're just doing whatever you are, whatever you're doing. There's no accountability. You're not keeping yourself accountable. And the people around you are keeping you accountable. You're kind of getting away with not having to get your shit together. But at some point, it's going to catch up to you. And Spirit is saying you need to move strategically. You need to have an action, a game plan. You need to double check, triple check everything. It's like let's say you have to sign a contract for a new home. Maybe you're moving. Maybe you're buying a car. Maybe you're signing up for a class. I don't know. But you have to read a contract. The Knight of Pentacles is slow to read every line. And when the Knight of Pentacles don't understand a word, because it's a big word meant to confuse you, the Knight of Pentacles goes to Google and searches the word and then puts it together to understand. And they're trying to take this Knight of Pentacles for a ride. Do you see what I'm saying? Quality over quantity. Do it right, do it twice. Those are the kind of the things to keep in mind. Thank you. Gratitude to Zumi. Thank you, baby. So this Seven of Swords is coming to play as far as what is required for you to move into this next chapter, because the Six of Swords collective represents transitions. And it represents transitions in a time where you may feel you're not ready to leave. Remember, I'm going to go back to our main cards, our main energy. This Despondence card speaks to me on this. Okay? And this is the energy of kind of maybe over-identifying with your issues, with your problems. I have 11 and 22 here in the chat. Okay? I have 1, 1, 2, 2. And like threes are a sign of travel, movement, efforts. And this card is about effort. We have the World here, right? Movement. It's just kind of, it's all beautiful energy. I know it's not an easy reading, but those who need healing, those who need the truth, those who need breakthroughs, that's why I'm here right now, because that's what I'm looking for right now. And I'm not seeing anybody talk about this shit. I'm sorry, we speak French over here, and I'll try to limit the French language that I use. I don't want to boil down or water down this message, but I'm kind of I got you, Cammy. Yes, I actually never got to upload the video, so we can just clean slate it. So yes, I got you. And I'm sure the energies change by then, so we'll see what the energies are now. I was thinking about you too, actually, so I'm glad you're here. I was about to, I don't know, I was about to either reach out to you, or I'm like, damn, I have to send her this refund, but I really want to make sure that she's here to know what the messages are, because I feel like her situation with her mans, well, not yet mans, we'll see. Okay, so with this energy, the despondence, and I was going on a tangent real quick, but like, I feel like we're looking for a breakthrough right now. And what I'm seeing is a lot of people are talking about things that are keeping us in the dark. Talking about these love, like everything is about love nowadays. It's like so refreshing to not have to hear a love message for a minute. And like, yeah, there's a time and place, I have it too, where I do love messages too, but I feel like there needs to be a balance. I feel like there's a really heavy, I'm gonna have to do a little podcast of my woes. Okay, I'll leave that for, I'll hop off the soapbox. Back to the reading, sorry. But again, I feel like someone here is desperately trying to find a message that is needing to be spoken to. And I feel like if you're here, it's because there's something for you, okay? So changing your mentality, changing how you do things, changing how you show up. And it's something that's never been done before. It's the Fool. You're still the same person, but you're now operating in a different way. So are you still the same person? I feel like there's an evolution. You're evolving. You're welcome. You're welcome, baby. I feel like there's an evolution here Spirit is trying to move you into. Okay, so let's see what else here Okay, element of fear, feeling entrapped, okay? Codependent to maybe the chaos. Have we ever thought about like codependency being not a person that you're codependent on, but maybe you're codependent to a concept, right? Because it's comfortable. Okay. Maybe we search for, you know, maybe we attract these energies around us because it's what we're used to. It's all that we know, right? Stemming from our childhood. But that's neither here nor there. At this point, the group that I have right now in my life, this collective, if you identify and you resonate with some of what this is going on, you're done with that shit. Respectfully, you're done. Okay? Wow. I feel called to pull. I'm gonna do just kind of this starseed message. I feel like there's a lot of, we're elevating here, and I feel like I've been saying that for a minute, but I genuinely truly feel it. I don't know. It's one thing to like know that's happening, but I feel like, you know, I feel like we're kind of getting antsy a little bit. You know, it's kind of like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Like this, it's just kind of like, okay, like I'm ready, you know. And it's like it's cute when you're not the one in the car having to listen to that question over and over again, right? Spirit's like, oh my God, like let me just make you wait longer so that way you can also work on your patience, you know what I'm saying? Because the Knight of Pentacles is slow moving. Again, it's like, oh, eye roll. Like, why can't we move fast? Like, why can't we get this now? Well, because fast doesn't get results. Fast just gets you there. What good is it for you to be there and then not have anything to really show for it? Where's the growth? Where's the wisdom? Where's the higher self, the high vibration that you're supposed to be in? It's a new energy. You can't bring in old energy into new heights, into new levels, right? New levels, new doubles. That's not to scare you, because you're going to have the power to overcome those things, but you can't. Those monsters are done. Like, you got comfortable with those monsters. You all became friends. Y'all were kikiing it up and everything. Okay, and Spirit's like, okay. Spirit's like, we need to move on. Right? And you're like, no, I'm not ready to move on, Spirit. I just got comfortable. It's like, yeah, I know. It's time to move on. Right? And then it's like, okay, great. Well, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what's, like, it's the cycle too, right? This Wheel of Fortune also can represent the cycle. Okay. So it's funny. Okay. Because it's just kind of how my brain is seeing things. Let me see here. I feel like, again, a lot of you guys who are here are experiencing kind of like outgrowing your current circumstances. You're outgrowing, for some of you, even outgrowing yourself. You're like, I'm tired of my bullshit. I don't know. Like, before you were operating in this like an autopilot, maybe I'm gonna put myself out there. Maybe you're like me, where you're kind of living at the seat of your pants, like flying at the seat of your pants. And you're like, you know what? In the moment, it worked, but then you get older and you're like, I'm fucking tired of that. I don't want to be like you acknowledge the part that you resent. Like, I don't want to. You're starting to kind of come into terms. You're starting to come into terms with your bullshit. You're getting tired of your own bullshit, collective, and that's a good place to be. Because you're self-aware and you realize that the systems that worked to get you to point A to point B is not what's going to work to get you to point C to D, from point C to D, from point B to C, whatever. You get what I'm saying, right? Oh, yeah. I did it again. See, I did it again. It's like, there's a reason why it's not coming out. I need to be more mindful here, okay? So mindfulness could also be, because that's so interesting that this happened over the live. Just so you guys can have a real first-person experience as far as what this looks like, breaking a habit. If you've been here, you know how I shuffle. I shuffle like every other tarot reader, the majority of tarot readers, waiting for a card to fly out. And I'm being called today, starting today, to go slow, which means I'm going to do my big 3 shuffle. I'm going to cut the deck into thirds. And I'm just going to pull the first card. There is no chaotic flying and it going the floor. I mean, no, there's none of that. No more of that bullshit. It don't work for me no more. I'm outgrowing. So Sophia's saying, yeah, Sophia's being a little nuisance over there. Okay, so again, you're catching me, catch myself. And what I do, I stop and I do it again. Because it's something I do on autopilot. I do the shuffling the way I shuffle on autopilot. I've done it so many times. I've chosen to do that. And it's like, you're going to catch yourself doing the thing that you want to change all over again, right? You're doing the thing that you need to change again. But you're going to catch it and you're going to correct it. And you're going to bring yourself back. It's like you're going to start to kind of get out of the autopilot mode. But you have to have grace for yourself. You see, I wasn't like, oh, you stupid bitch. No, I'm not going to talk to myself like that, first of all. Neither should you talk to yourself like that. But, I did it with grace. I was like, oh, man, I did it again. Okay, let's break it down. Let's be mindful. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I have to model also what that looks like. Because maybe some of y'all are very hard on yourself. And that's just the internal talking from maybe childhood. I don't know. Last shuffle here. I probably shuffled more than 3 times at this point, but we're going to get this, I promise. Yeah, so just say, you know what? I am human. I acknowledge that I am smart enough to catch and be self-aware, to catch what I'm doing, and I'm going to have grace for myself. I'm going to try again. And I'm going to keep on doing it until I get it right. I'm human, and I know that at first you don't succeed. Try again. I'm human and I understand that practice makes perfect. Those are things that, like, definitely look into, like, self-healing. See, I'm talking fast again. I know I'm talking fast because I'm stuttering. My brain is sputtering. It's all a growth process, y'all. And I'm just here to be a vessel to show you what it's like to really have this issue, okay? Things you want to work on, things you want to change. Okay, and I say that humbly. So we have here lost lands, soul memories, and gifts. You've done this before. So remember we talked about how this is not maybe the first time that you had to start over? But I feel like this time it's going to be the right way. Gratitude. Thank you, Azumi. This is just furthering this idea that you're evolving and you're desiring more for yourself. And because you're at a point, I'm seeing 11-11 and 3-3. Okay. This is you making a conscious decision to do it the right way. There is no more letting people take you for granted. There is no more deceiving yourself. You're holding yourself accountable. You're making an active decision to make this time the last time you have to worry about being in this energy again. Okay? And you kind of, there are things to celebrate when it comes to this energy. It's not like, for some of you, if not the majority of you, it's not like you came from a bad place, You're like, because someone here is like, hi, it's like not that serious. But like, for someone there is. For someone, it was trial by fire. It was constant cycles of freaking pulling your boots up by the bootstraps. It was hell and high water. But for others of you, it's maybe not as intense, not as deep, not as painful, but it is still a challenge. And there's still lessons you had to learn and grow from. So I feel like no matter where you are in the spectrum of this, in the grand scheme of these things, there's something you're going to take back some memories in this new place, in this new chapter of your life. You're going to honor the things that you loved and that you felt like carried you through. You're going to honor yourself. And there will be gifts. Spoiler alert. Okay? Don't ask me what kind of gift. I don't know. We ain't going that deep into it, okay? Big change here. Beautiful energy. Whoever you are, just know You are going to break free from whatever demons, whatever, I mean, I say demons, not like literal, okay? Just your own fears, okay? From your stock. From my past. You know, it's interesting. I always look at myself, like younger. I don't always look at myself. Let me just rewind. That was a poor opening statement there. When I decide to look back at the past or like I have iPhone, so it just shows up memory lane in my home. If you know, you know, like on my home screen, it just shows there different things from the past. And I'm just like, dang, that was me. And there are some videos, because I was all over that Snapchat. I would download it, save it, go nowhere. I would not put that up anywhere. But I would look at it, I'm like, dang, girl, like, you were lost. But you had to be in that to be able to be where you are today. Like, it's just, I understand more and more when the biggest thing you want to do is just give a big eye roll when someone says, you know, you kind of have to take the good with the bad, because if it weren't for that, you wouldn't be here today. You know, you wouldn't be where you are today, you know. But some of y'all wouldn't be here today. Some of y'all maybe, I don't know, y'all would have gone like off the deep end, like, you know what, somewhere, you know. But God, praise be to God and all his mercy and glory and his protection, okay, that we are here. And we are elevating, we're evolving. We desire that. Star family, wow. You're part of a team of souls. Call in support. Okay, so it's like support is definitely important. And I feel like, I kind of remember earlier with this energy here, it's like somebody here might be feeling depressed or feeling alone, you know, going through things and not feeling like you have that network. This, again, and guess what I'm seeing now? I'm seeing 11 and 37. So I'm seeing 10 and 11 again. Confirmation. So definitely look up somebody here, like when you have time. And I'm seeing 12, hangman energy. We were kind of steering in the 10, 11, 12 energy. Okay. What angel number 10, 11 means? 1011. Okay. That's very significant. And like 10, 10 and 11, 11, 10, 10 and 11, 12. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 0, 1, 0. And what did I say? 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, whatever. You get what I'm saying. The numbers that we're literally repeating here, okay? So this energy of feeling stuck, feeling alone. Why do I hear feeling bamboozled? What the heck is that? Someone here, what does that mean? Did someone say that word? I've been bamboozled. I don't know. Who? Someone say that? I'm not judging. Respectfully, I'm asking. I'm asking respectfully. I'm just kidding. Don't ask me, y'all. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. So, you have a soul tribe. I don't know if you've really fooled, tricked. Okay. No, but that was very specific, like bamboozled. Like, that's a very specific. I like it, that's why I'm laughing. I'm like, that's creative. That's creative. Okay. And bottom of this one. Wow, you could have been persecuted for your expression here. Could have been with family. You okay, Sophia? You okay, mommy? Come here, baby. Come here, mama. Vente. Come here. It's okay, mama. Vente. Ven. She almost came. I was this close to breaking the barrier. Then she ran away. Okay, she thought about it though. She looked at me and like her eyes softened. And then when my freaking cables here moved and she was like, her eyes got dilated and she was like, argh. So close. Okay. We have be held here, retreat and rest. But I was saying, it feels like here somebody may have felt like they have been persecuted for their truth, or they feel like they can't live in their truth, or there's this energy of feeling like you can't express yourself freely. It's restriction still. There's still this energy of restriction. Could be people pleasing here with this devil energy and the 9 of Swords, right? Feeling like at the end of the day, you agree to things you don't want to do, but you also want to please other people. I don't know. It's a sad energy for me to see, because I've been there, and I'm a recovering people pleaser. Okay, so I get where that comes from. And you may have felt like you had to kind of be alone and retreat. I mean, I feel like with all these energies, it's like, you know, being isolated, being alone, being by yourself, and like having to be okay and be at peace with viewing the world through a lens of loneliness. I don't know. It's very sad. But they want to give you a big hug, big blanket. Love you. But with all this water around, it's telling me like within this space, that's where really your gifts were able to grow. Because you were the one that understood yourself. You knew what you knew best. You know yourself best. That's what I'm trying to say here. And you're not alone. Okay, you're not alone here. Ancient ancestors stand behind you. You are part of a team of souls calling support. You guys have reinforcement you guys are not using. It's like you have a whole army and they're like waiting for you to like send the call in. You're just like, these angels are, these army of angels are just like, is she forget about us? Do they know that we're here? You know? And we also have here empath, highly sensitives. So you could be, again, an empath. You could be a highly sensitive, highly intuitive person. Okay, you could be very emotional. You could have a very emotional world experience, because, again, I was going to go with this water energy. Thank you, Spirit, for bringing me back. Squirrel brain here. Is like you develop these gifts, but this is like you developed because water is that emotion into, like you become one with your intuition and with your emotions. You may not agree to that statement, but that's what happened. You may have dimmed your light, especially when that's kind of the biggest energy around you. You're kind of more at work, you're kind of more out in the public than you are at home, right? Unless you are unemployed or you don't work from home. Then in that sense, maybe the surroundings around you. You know, the other night, I can't remember if it was last night that I went on. Yeah, it was. Like we had decluttering as a way of you being able to receive intuitive downloads. So this is all connected. Again, if this message is resonating with you and you were not here yesterday for the live, definitely check out my YouTube channel. I'm starting to upload all of our readings on there. Okay, I started with last night's, so this is connected to that, because some of you may be like, Heidi, get real. I'm not intuitive. I don't know what intuition is if it hit me in the head, you know. But it's like, okay, but what are you doing to? And I'm seeing 1144. Okay, and 4 and 1 is a 5, which is challenges. The challenge for your security, your stability in your intuition, and for you to trust your intuition is creating a space that allows for intuition to flow. Because sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. And then you forget. Thank you, Miss Azumi. I need to figure out a game plan for what I'm doing for my subs, because I feel like we need to do something. I'm open to suggestions. Always open to what you guys want as subs, what you guys look for, what you feel like would be premium value to be supporting me like that. So whatever you guys get, I'm gonna have as a suggestion, a recommendation. I'll take it. I'll marinate on it. I'll sit on it. But you are being called here to heal to your YouTube on both of my accounts. There you go. Absolutely. Oh, you know what? I misspoke. I uploaded, but this is good because I'm going in the order that Spirit had me, because I actually uploaded the one from when I went on live earlier that day, which was like the precursor So I think I forgot to download the one from last night. So if you watch what's on YouTube right now, that was from earlier in the afternoon that I got channeled messages. And then I will upload the one from last night tonight. That's going to be a part 2 to this. And I think this is part 3, honey. Okay, this is going to be a 3-part segment here. But all in all, you're being called to give back to yourself. Some of us maybe, again, micromanaging. Maybe not again. Let me not say again. This is the first time I'm saying this. It could be micromanaging the universe. I'm hearing, it's my money and I want it now. It's my money and I want it now. It's my money and I want it now. Like, I don't know. Like, I did it my way. Is it alive with Creatively Aligned? If she don't burst out into a song. I have to change this to jukebox, I don't know. Jukebox Lives, okay? But there could be an energy of wanting to control and needing to release control and being open to new, being open to change, being open to this transition, being open to starting over, and being open and being patient in learning what you need to learn so you can move strategically. I think if we're gonna like label this a series, the series is the strategic movements of the divine, because this is what like Spirit is calling you to look at. How can you be strategic in your life to create better systems, better workflows, better routines, better habits, so that way you're not feeling stuck? And I feel like I'm pitching something to somebody. I don't know, but like it is simple when you say it, but it is going to be so different and unique to each person, because everybody's got just a little bit something different that they bring to the table that complicates the situation. That's by no fault of anybody, right? It's just how life works. Okay, but you're not alone. I'm hearing those that came before you have already been where you are, so you gotta support people who know what they're doing. Okay, it's like they know what's up. They know, they understand. It's like there's a lot of love and empathy for you right now. Okay, you may not feel that way about yourself, but you have a lot of empathy around you. There's a lot of grace for you at this time, okay? So just, make sure that you also practice that with yourself, right? So, I think that's kind of a good ending point for that piece of it. I am called to continue. Okay. So don't worry, we're not done yet. Although I probably should be, because it's going to be midnight. So we'll see what happens here. Confirmation. Tired. I need to rest myself. I need to practice what I'm preaching. I'm telling y'all, I'm right there with y'all. I'm right there with y'all, babies. Okay, I need to rest as well. I have not been sleeping very well, and that's just, I don't know why. Because I feel like I can, like I wanna stay up late because I don't want to go to sleep yet, because my escape is TikTok, not like this TikTok. This is not my escape. I'm not doing this out of place of lack, I don't think. So I'm feeling being genuine, but my doom scrolling with the lights down, at like 2 a.m. when I'm not on here is what I'm talking about. Or I should be sleeping. I come on here and I stay as long as I do, because that's where I feel called to do. Not more than that. Because y'all know there's nights where I'll be like, I've been fighting myself. My body's like, shut down. I'm like, okay, y'all. I was like, I'll be like, if I'm in the middle of reading with somebody, paid read, I'm like, baby, I'm sorry, can we do this tomorrow? Because I'm like, literally, my eyes are fighting me. You know, like, y'all see me through all of it. It's hilarious. Okay. All right. So let's get back into it. You know what I forgot to do this time? Dang it. Thank you, Azumi. I might reset this live because I want to try. I have a, it's not a Yeti. Is it a Yeti? I have a mic that could help with audio. Can make it sound a bit more crisper, more cleaner. I gotta find it though. Maybe I'll try tomorrow. I don't feel like looking for it really. Girl, don't hype me up. Don't hype me up. I am interested in hearing y'all's thoughts on how it works. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll do a little interlude in between this session and the next one. I'm gonna use the restroom quickly, and then we'll get back, and then I'll do this part 2 collective live. Could you imagine? Hey, how's it going? I actually did. If you look far enough on this TikTok channel, you will see one ASMR video that I did, that I tempted of. I'm wearing a big old hoodie. I'm looking throwed AF. Okay, got raccoon eyes. I got my hair up in a little messy bun, and I'm just like, hey guys, look, okay. It's the only one I did have the idea. We may add that to the subs. We'll do votes. I don't know. Hey guys, give me like 2 minutes here. I'm gonna try to find this Yeti thing and use the restroom. I just need the cable that connects to the mic because I have the mic. I just don't know where the cable is. Let me see. Yes, I'm eating an Oreo. Y'all know I eat my Oreos. My peanut butter Oreos. My peanut butter Oreos. Oh. Baby, what? All right. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna try to see what I can do to set it up real quick, and if I can't find it in like 5 minutes, I'm just not gonna worry about it. If you don't come back to this next live, this next round 2, let me at least give you some party messages and an advice card. Okay, we have 2 energies that just flew out. That's why I'm getting this inspiration to do this for you. Okay, with Peacock Spirit, it says, let it shine. And we have Armadillo Spirit, set healthy boundaries. And I want to really touch on before you leave, right, this let it shine energy. Because I read a quote today that was really touching. And it was talking about how when the sun wakes up in the morning and it's shining, okay, in all of its heat, does it ask itself, I wonder what everyone thinks right now. I wonder if they think it's too hot or if I'm too bright. And then, you know where I'm going with this, right? And then the nightfall comes and day comes in, and then the sun, you don't ever really hear the sun asking, I wonder what the moon thinks of me, or I wonder what Mars thinks of me. I wonder I wonder if they think I'm shining too bright or if it's too hot. I wonder what Jupiter thinks. No. The sun is just sunning, honey. The sun is just shining in all of its glory, doing what it needs to do. And this is what I feel like with this Armadillo Spirit, you need to have a hard shell. Don't let things get to you so easily. Let your armor, put on the armor of the Holy Spirit, right? The armor of truth, the breastplate of truth. Thank you, Spirit. I'm saying it wrong, right? It's about being tough externally, but being soft on the inside, right? Where you do still have heart, right? You just don't let things get to you as easily, and you not letting other people judge you and affect you. What they say, it doesn't matter. Let it fall to the wayside. You know your truth. You're standing in your truth. As long as you're honoring that and trying to be better day by day, that's all you can do. Show up in your best, in the way that you can. The way that you can. So that's a message for somebody here who feels like maybe they're taking up too much space, or they feel like they have to remember that people pleaser energy, right? You feel like you have to just not be so, which is so interesting. If you remember that Nine of Swords, she was kind of holding herself, right? I pick up on all these things, honey. It's like, maybe you're just like really, you don't want, it's insecure, right? The sun is not insecure, honey. That sun is shining. It is vibing. It is blaring that heat, honey, down, because that's what God intended to do. So there's something that God has intended you to be, intended you to do, unapologetically. Don't let anybody take away your shine. Don't let anybody dim your light. We talked about that. Okay, set healthy boundaries, but here's the follow through, right? Don't give in. Like, what's the word? Like, your boundaries are non-negotiable. These are non-negotiables. So don't, what's the word, Spirit? Holy Spirit, help me out, please, Jesus. It's like, don't cave. Don't put up with. Don't allow. These are your boundaries. These are your non-negotiables. These are hard stops. You have to respect that. If you don't respect it for yourself, you can't expect other people to respect that from you. Okay? Model what it is that you want, and so it will be. Okay? We have here 3 and 46. 6 and 4 is 10. 10, that's the theme tonight. And then we have 3, 4, and 6. What's missing is the 5, right? To make it a whole even 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is not a challenge, collective. The challenge is not here. The challenge is not in the message. The challenge is within. Why are you making it so hard for yourself? Why is it so hard for you to believe that, yes, you are meant to be authentically, brave, and courageously you? Sit with that. Sit with that. And I encourage you and I invite you to come back. Give me like 10 minutes. Okay? 10 minutes. 10 people. 11:59. I digress. I'm stopping now. Okay, I'm gonna chill. But seriously though, ask yourself, what is causing you not to be you? Look at that peacock, look at that light. Okay. Yes, I'll be back in 10 minutes. Give me 10. I'm trying to see if I can get my mic to be a little bit more elevated here so I can pick up. Because as I've noticed, some of the things that I am saying when I'm playing on the playback, you can't really hear my articulation very well. And good news, because I'm going to be uploading these to YouTube, your message will be something you can actually go back to. No longer needing to screen record unless you obviously want to screen record it. That's for your own sake. Of course, I encourage that. But especially if like your like the Wi-Fi kicks or like, you know, it kind of glitches, especially when you're talking, like when the reader's talking about something you want to know, all of a sudden there's Wi-Fi issues, right? Well, guess what? You can go back to the live message on the YouTube upload and you can see that from start to finish without those issues. So gratitude. I will be back 10 minutes. Okay. So like